Right, so we're talking about filling in the pond. That's going to allow us to put our AWAS in a more optimal location. We are working through environmentals. We got our first okay. The second one is something that Michael is working on with KSA.
Two more.
There's two more.
Well, that's for environmental stuff on animals.
Yeah, wildlife, make sure it's not a wildlife. I don't anticipate any issues, but we already have quotes. We are ready to roll as soon as we get the thumbs up from the Sphere environmental people to fill that in. We've already updated our ALP to include the new location of the AWAS, so we should be golden there. We also have Christian Cox, who is our TxDOT rep, on board with the new location. He's approved the AWAS and programmed it for 26. Daryl has worked extremely hard on getting our fencing up to compliance. It is now 6 feet tall. It is all marked with signage like it's supposed to. There is a portion of the fencing that still lacks.
Well, the north side, we're starting next week. We can't do the east side until those two environmental reports are done. The guys already plan to do up to the corner of doesn't have cows on that field.
Tedious Mullinax
Yeah.
and the Mullinax land and his
Perimeter fence will be done all the way over to that point, and then we'll have to wait till next year's ramp fund for the rest.
But we are in much better shape with our fencing than we once were. And it looks really good. If you've not been out there, you should go take a look. The fencing looks really great. I already mentioned signage. Daryl got us compliant with all of our signs. We're just really starting to check a lot of those compliance issues off with our airport, which is huge. The Pilot Lounge remodel, it's going to look great. It's taken so much longer than it should have. In April, they said it'd be 6 weeks. Here we are, we're still not done. Be that as it may, we're nearing the finish line, and it's going to look really, really good once we're done. We've said we're gonna start having staff meetings out there because it's the nicest thing that we have, so. Yeah. Yeah. The furniture selections have been made. We're getting new canvas coverings for the outside. We're gonna have signage made that says Pilot's Lounge. It's gonna be something to be proud of once we're finished with that. As I mentioned before, the AWAS has been programmed for 2026, so that is a go. We are good for that. We do have the funds. The state is giving us $315,000 for that project, and the city's match will be $35,000. Finance has given us the green light, so fiscal year 26, we're going to be getting that. Thanks to Daryl, we are in December of this year going back classified, so we will be eligible starting in December of 26 for our $150,000 a year, which will help us see that 10-year plan through. That will be our match year over year in order to start that plan. Again, if you've not been out there, we finished the parking lot. It looks so good out there. Daryl even mentioned, once we get it striped and kind of situated, having a car show at the airport. Kind of a flying car show.
Parking lot. I was reading through some old board meeting minutes from years ago, and at one point they discussed painting a helipad on there. The helicopters land by the hangars, blowing stuff into the hangars. Mary might remember some of those, but it was like 2010, somewhere back there. Most airports do have helipads.
I'm sure,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing down there. But, the other thing is we don't have Jet A though. Every helicopter I've seen coming in the airport. Yeah. One of those.
Yes,
Yeah.
and now that we have a place with something we can be proud of, we want to hold events there. We want to promote ourselves in that way, and before it's like, no, don't come. But now, I'm really proud of what we've been able to accomplish, so it's looking really nice out there. The new boundaries have been established for the airport. The EDC has formally and officially deeded the property over to the city, so we're able to start the reimbursement process. The ALP has been updated to include the new boundaries, and the annexation is complete. So all of ththose things were big check boxes in order to be eligible for reimbursement to get that money back in EDC's pocket. We do. I have it digital. Sure. Yeah, Holly, we make a note to I need to send that out. You're welcome. One of the things that's gonna be on the next agenda item is the land acquisition that we need. The photograph that you have in front of you is the minimum property that we need in order to relocate the taxiway and to protect the taxiway object-free area. As you can see, there are properties in the way there. We have gone back and forth as a city, as board members, what's the best approach, who should talk to them, are they interested, are they not? To be frank, I needed to bring a professional in, so all I'm asking you all is to make a recommendation to council that we retain this company, who, this is what they do. They do right-of-way acquisitions, that's what they do, that's their focus. I've met with them in person, met with them on Zoom, just trying to ask questions, pick their brain. They seem like the real deal. And really, this is the first step. I know no one likes the E word, but this is the first step. If we go that direction, they will check all of those boxes if at any point in time, EDC or the council decides that we have to do this. So it's kind of twofold. They will start those conversations, they will broker the deals. So that's what we'll talk about in the next contract. I want to give you a financial update. Currently, we have three programmed projects. We have the land reimbursement, so that's $267,000 that's coming back to the city, to the EDC actually, not the city. The AWAS program for $350,000, and then the TOFA grading for $450,000. Those project totals are $1,067,000. The city's local share is $106,000. Finance has given me a sideways thumbs up. We don't have it, but we'll find it. It will require a budget amendment, but as long as she can locate the funds to do it, I don't anticipate it to be a problem. And then, of course, December 2026, we'll start putting $150,000 back into our airport every year for the MPE funds, as long as we can maintain that classified status. So,
Have we looked at that
the Ver Tower, or the, yeah, no, I haven't.
Because the gentleman I spoke to last summer,
Mm-hmm.
that he let us have it for several months for free, to demonstrate that we have.
Okay.
I said, yeah, we'll get some of the other things done.
Okay.
It's pretty busy.
Yeah, if you can make that connection, yeah, I'm happy to do a free anything.
Yeah. Well, what happened is you'll see how many traffic count we're not counting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, numbers there, and something to get gas, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to start becoming more popular. Our gas prices were too high a couple weeks ago. I don't know if that got corrected.
I don't know.
A couple of weeks ago, we've had it down. We were the second cheapest in all of
One
Northeast
county
Texas.
was like 404, and we were at 470.
That 404 is erroneous one.
Okay. Fair enough.
You talking about Wood County?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they just reopened their runway and that's their sale price. They were 440 something, and they were the cheapest. We dropped ours to 475 from 549 when I got here. And that made us fine, competitive.
That is all we need.
Yeah, and we're still making money at that.
And you're ordering fuel pretty
Oh, yeah.
consistently.
Yeah, July and September, I had to order MoGas, and in September was another half gas. Been selling a lot. I think a lot of it might have been due to, they were closed down there, but a lot of people that stopped in, I've talked to, yeah, we're come over here from now on.
Any other projects I didn't mention that you want to update the board on?
You're talking about filling in the pond, it's more moving the dirt back into a hole. That they had taken the dirt out of the hole to build up the pond, and that's where the AWAS is gonna be, and so.
We don't
There
have to
won't be
buy
any
dirt.
pond anymore, it'll just
We
flow.
got like there.
Yeah.
We had that whole hill.
Yeah.
Kind of shave off.
Yeah, we just take that hill and put it back where it was, and it'll have the natural slope of the land, and so,
Hangers are all in good shape.
oh yeah.
Floors, ceilings.
Yeah, repaired several doors,
And you open, how close are we getting those?
the what?
The two
Opens out a ways, for
We put that into
financial
fencing.
reasons.
We put the ramp funds for that into fencing, since that was a compliance issue.
Sure.
And so, I don't know, do you already have next year's ramp, a project for next year's ramp funds?
Well, figure on finishing.
Finishing the fence, so
And
we
the
could,
perimeter fencing,
if we use ramp funds, which would be ideal, because it's gonna be an expensive project, we're probably 2 years out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably 2 years out on that.
I've got a plan, they gotta go 12 feet out each end, and, they'll fit 3 40-foot doors, just like the other side,
Okay.
and close the back. ground slopes away, so we can't do T-hangers. Unless we do a couple $100,000 dirt work behind it, but not necessary.
Anything else, any other projects that I didn't mention that y'all need updates on from me? No? Okay.
Thank you for that. All right, public comment. Did anyone sign up for public comment? Gentlemen, you signed up for public comment?
Didn't sign up for it enough.
You're good. All right, thank you.
There's not too many people in here to comment.
No. All right, consent items, the minutes. We had minutes from the last meeting, which was through June. Anyone had a chance to look at those? Any questions, comments, or concerns? Hearing none, I will accept the motion to accept the minutes as written. Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Minutes are approved. All right, now we go to the consideration, or consider recommendations to the city council, amendments to property negotiation. Do you wish to speak to this, or do you want us to do it?
Just for the record, I will say that the engineering firm is TNP Engineering Services, and the proposal is to accomplish the goal of acquisitions. They listed 3 things here that they would be willing to do as part of this agreement at a cost not to exceed $5,000. So if at any point they trigger that, we gotta go back. But this just kinda gets that ball rolling.
The short answer is, we do know, we've known for a long time that this auxiliary building and Mr. Carr's extra hangar are in the right of way for taxiway improvements, and they've got to be,
Mhm,
the city needs to take ownership of that.
mhm.
And we're going to offer them whatever appropriate things are to incentivize them to move slash give up their stuff.
Mhm.
I did talk to Jim Card, how many months ago, about, hey, the city will put the pad over here where you move that Quonset hut, get it out of our way. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, we attempted to, the current entryway into the airport,
Yeah.
on that, if you're coming in, the left-hand side of the gate, fencing that off and giving that to Mr. Carr, and then we would create a new entryway. In
Yeah.
exchange for him letting us, at our cost, relocate that Quonset hut to his new property, and he's not interested in that. So, that seemed like a reasonable solution to us. It didn't cost him anything, and he got property on his own and not just have an easement to do so.
Yeah.
So,
He's encroaching on that easement right now.
And then the church, did anyone talk with them at all? I know Andrew had belonged to that church and had said there was some
Yeah.